Are you looking to move to city beautiful Orlando in 2022? Well, not till you watch this video on pros and cons of living in Orlando. Let's have a look, let's go. Hello and welcome to my channel, and if this is your first time and you are looking to move anywhere in Central Florida, this is a great resource because I bring you community videos. We talk about hospitals, schools, the lifestyle Central Florida has to offer, pretty much everything that there is to do in Central Florida. We talk about that. I show you places so you can make a decision if this is the right place for you. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of living in Orlando. So pro number one is the amenities that Orlando has to offer. Now, everybody knows Orlando is famous for all the theme parks we have. Of course, we have Disney, SeaWorld, Universal, NASA's Cape Canaveral is just down the road. You also have Legoland, Busch Gardens. So we have a lot of things that we could do, and we are world famous for all the things that Orlando does with theme parks. But besides that, if you're living in any part of Orlando's suburban area, whether that be Lake Nona, Dr. Phillips, Baldwin Park, College Park, any of those areas, they all kind of have these little playgrounds. Right now I am in downtown Lake Eola's children's playground. So the suburbs have these playgrounds, and if you have a growing family, then it's a great thing because you can bring your kids. I personally have two small kids and I love to take them to different parks so they can come down, do their thing. Besides all of that, you also have great shopping destination. Also, you can go to Millenia Mall, you can go to Florida Mall, you can go to Outlet Premium Mall, which is my favorite for all the shopping, and not to mention all the amazing dining that we have all throughout Orlando. So that is definitely a pro number one to live in Orlando. Now let's talk about pro number two. Pro number two of living in Orlando has to be the growth and the development that Orlando has been seeing for years over year. And Orlando is one of the major metropolitan area that is just growing by leap and bounds. You have a lot of things that's happening, not to mention the ever expanding theme parks that we are having. Universal is now expanding into Universal Epic Universe, which is coming up in the next few years, not to mention Lake Nona, which is just one of the top growing areas. Now, if you haven't watched my video on Orlando and other communities, make sure you go ahead and do that. And if you are looking to buy a brand new home anywhere in Central Florida, don't forget to check out Orlando Home Show. Because of all the development that's happening, the real estate is on a boom. It has had over 20% appreciation in the values. So it's a great place not only to raise a family, but also to invest. And it's among the top 10 areas to invest in all of United States. Now, because of all the development and everything that is actually going on, you also have another community which I do want to mention, and I will be doing a video on that, called Sunbridge. And it's going to be a master plan development, and there's just going to be so many things happening. So make sure to check out that area so that you can see everything that is going on. And because of the development, because of so many people moving in, it leads me to my con number one. Because of all the development that Orlando has seen, the traffic is the biggest con right now because it could be a nightmare. Now, if you haven't traveled through I-4, you probably would know the dreaded I-4. It's always packed. It doesn't matter what time of day or night you go, especially if you're traveling during the peak hours in the morning or the afternoon hours when everybody's kind of getting out of it. The traffic could be a real issue, especially near Disney, Lake Nona. So that could be something that you need to consider. Now, we do have quite a bit of expressways, which the traffic is not that bad and you can get to things a lot sooner. However, there's an added cost to it because it costs you money to get on the toll road. So definitely consider that. Then again, it really depends upon which part of Orlando you are living in, because Orlando as area has over 59 zip codes, almost close to 100 suburban or sub-suburban communities that it has to offer. So just keep that in mind, and because of that, it leads me to my con number two. So con number 2 of living in Orlando has to be the affordability. The average median price in Orlando right now is about $339. I'm actually shooting in downtown Orlando, and the average median price, list price in downtown is about $345,000 at the time of the shoot. So keep that in mind. So if your price point is not in 3s or 4s, then definitely Orlando may not work. But it also really depends, because the average median price kind of substantially go up if you're looking on the top areas such as Dr. Phillips or Lake Nona or Baldwin Park or College Park. So the top areas in Orlando are well over $500,000. So that is something you need to keep in mind. Now, Orlando offers you all kind of real estate. You have condos, townhomes, bungalows, you have single family standalone homes, you also have mansions on the waterfront or the golf community, gated, not gated. So there is a lot that it has to offer. It just really depends upon what is that works for you. Now, I always say this because pros and cons really are just things that you need to look into. What may be a pro to you may be a con to somebody else, and vice versa. So just take this with a grain of salt, because it's no right or wrong answer. So it really depends upon you, your family structure, and how you want your lifestyle to be at the point where you are. Like, I'll give you my example. I have 2 small kids. I live in suburban Orlando where there is parks for kids and stuff, but when I was not married, I prefer the downtown area. So it really depends upon you, like I said. Now, last but not the least is the pro and a con, which is related to the lifestyle that Orlando has to offer. So like I mentioned, lifestyle could be a pro and a con. It really depends upon your lifestyle as an individual or as a family. If you like where things are happening, then downtown could be a great area. There's always things happening downtown Orlando. You have the 4th of July fireworks, you also have the Christmas lights, and there is the Disney Amphitheater right over here where there is a lot of performances that happens throughout the year. And then just down the road, probably less than half a mile, you have the Dr. Phillips Center for Performing Arts. So there's so many things that's happening. But if you are into the kids park and raising a family and stuff, so maybe a suburban Orlando areas would be good. And depending upon what is your preference, if you like older communities and stuff, in terms of the architecture or the kind of houses that it has, older establishment, then maybe downtown, just College Park, Baldwin Park, those could be good areas. Or if you like something else where it's nice, up, modern and sleek, you could go to Lake Nona and other parts. So there's a lot that Orlando as a whole has to offer. And like I mentioned, there is no right or wrong. It really depends upon you as an individual, you as a family. I hope you get value out of this video. And if you like this community video on pros and cons, make sure to check out the one right over here. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. And don't forget, we have another channel called Orlando Home Show, and that's where I bring you all brand new homes throughout Central Florida. We wish to connect with you this year, and if you have any questions specific to any suburban areas of Central Florida, please reach us out. We would be happy to help you and be the realtor of choice. Make sure to continue to check our community videos, pros and cons videos, and everything that there is to do, because we upload fresh new content every single week. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.